Hi guys, welcome back to Offset RC. How you all doing? So after doing the run video on this car, someone asked me how I set up the backfire effect in the exhaust. So basically that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video, how I did that. It's relatively simple, but let me just pop these pins out and I'll put you back on. So this is how it's set up. So the lights run off of this light box here. So you can get these light boxes with the light kit. So it'll come with all the lights, the front lights, reverse lights, indicators, back lights, your front main lights. But the main thing is if you run all that, one of these switches is for the main light and then one will be, when you go forward, that light will get brighter, and then when you let off it dims it. I don't like that. I'd rather just have it on or off. So my front lights are actually wired to channel 1 in here because it still sends power, but obviously there's no signal. So I've got the front lights wired into this and the back lights wired into that, and then there's a socket just behind it right here where you would put the lead from the extension that goes from your ESC through a jumper into this. So bear in mind you need a harness, but you will get the harness in the kit. And then what I did, if you want to run say 4 lights like I have, what you want to do is do 2 and 2. So put these two together, put these two together, then put them into one and join them into this one cable. You should get away with it. It shouldn't zap too much power to make the lights fade out. So yeah, as I was saying, I just got 4 LEDs, so it's 2 and 2, wire them into one, then obviously attach the wires to plug it into this box. And then what you want to do is plug it in. So if you're looking at it, say like that, let me pop this light on. Oh nice, it stands. So if you're looking at it like that, so you're looking at it so it's square on, you want to plug it into, you want to plug the exhaust lights into this socket here. So not the very bottom one, but the next one up. And then there's a little switch. Is it this top one? Yeah, make sure this little switch. Oh, let me find something I can point to because it's really small. Hang on. So right there is a little switch. Make sure that switch is that way, not this way. So make sure it's that way. And then when you got the lead from your ESC plugged into here, when you apply the throttle, these lights will flicker. So when you apply throttle, they start to flicker, which gives it the look of that backfire effect. So that's how I've done it. So as I said, I got 2 lights here in the front. So there's 2, 2 make 4. So again, it's just 2 into one. Then it goes to this lead. So that's just 1. And then the back lights again is 4. And then they just come off of it separately, but they go into one plug, you see. It's basically like making a bridge. So I'm just bridging the wires, but what you can find will happen is if you bridge too many of these wires off of one wire, so let's just say you're trying to do 5 LEDs, the 5 LEDs will zap power as they go along. So the first LED will be getting power, the second one, the third one will, but the fourth and the fifth one might not, because there'll be a power surge because the other lights are lighting taking the power. Usually to get around that, you have to add like voltage boosters, or you might have to do one to decrease the voltage, because these I believe run on, I think it's 3 volts. Now your receiver usually runs on 6 volts, but because I'm bridging the wires off, to add more lights, it doesn't matter, you see, because it takes 3 volts to power one light. So 6 volts times 2 lights is 6. 3 volts, 3 volts, 6. So it shouldn't matter too much. But yeah, obviously the more lights you add, the more of a power drop there will be. So you might do 4 and it'll work, and then you might add a 5th one and then it won't work. But that's where you'd have to put in the voltage regulators or the deregulators, like to make it less volts. Most of the time it is usually that one, because most of the time it's outputting too much power, so you have to put in I'm trying to think what they call them. Like, I call them little diodes, but it's basically just to decrease the voltage, or you can get ones that increase the voltage. But most of these LEDs run off of like 3 volts. So you would put 2 AA batteries together, 1.5, 1.5, and you can touch the ends and it'll light, because 1.5 and 1.5 make 3. So there's 3 volts. So it's 2 batteries to make 3 volts. But yeah, guys, I just kind of bridge it. Like, I've done this setup in so many of my cars. I've got the actual backfire setup in this car, my TT02, my Kyosha, and my Maverick car. I also got this setup in my Maverick car as well. But it's exactly the same. Even in my TT02, let me grab that. I'm actually running 2 of these boxes in the TT02. I'll show you how I done that one. It's pretty much the same, but I'll show you. And there you go, look. Crazy wiring in there, guys. But again, it's just running the same way. It's no different really to how I've done this car. It's pretty much exactly the same, apart from it's just 2 LEDs in the front. I've got a 3 in the back. I actually didn't know I had 3. I thought I only had 2, but yeah, there's 3 lights just there in the back, and there's 3 LEDs in this exhaust. So again, I just took 3 LEDs, joined them all together. Then they come off of a wire which is joined just behind there and goes into that socket. See it? This one here is for the back lights, and then I got these for the front lights. I'm not too sure what this one is for. And then I've got another lead that connects to basically your channel 3 on your radio. Let me grab the chassis. So on this chassis, because as you can see, I've got spotlights on the front of this, and I can turn them on and off on the channel 3 button on my controller, but you got to buy one of these leads. It kind of comes off like that, and then there's 4 prongs. So the 2 on this side will be for, like, say, your first set, and then the 2 set of prongs on this side will be, say, for like B. So this side controls A, this side controls B. And then what you do is, once you plug it into either one of them sides, you click your channel 3 button and it'll toggle the lights on and off. But it'll do 2 other functions before turning them off. So you turn them on, you click it again, I think it like flashes. Then you click it again and it does another sequence. You click it again, it turn it off. Click it again, it turns them on. But you got to do it like 3 times to turn them on and off. Otherwise you get like a flashing in between. But yeah, you just need one of these little light leads. It is buried in these wires. It's tucked in around here somewhere. Ah, here it is. So it just looks like that. You literally take the other end of this cable, plug it in your channel 3. So if I was going to plug this in now, I put this, one of these little JST connectors, just clip that, onto either this side or that side, so A or B. Just make sure it's on, like, because there's 4, look. So A being these two, B being these two. You just clip it onto one of them, and then when you click your channel 3 button on your controller, it will turn the lights on and off. That's how you do it. You just use one of these leads. And then the same thing as well, to power the actual lights, it just goes into like number 2 for your speed controller. You just plug that extended cable, which is obviously that one there for your lights. And then if I wanted to plug them lights in, you take that lead off of your Y cable, you plug that into that part of here, and then that's what controls your lights, because that's what runs the actual control for your lights. But if you're setting it up, say with all of the lights, so you want a full light system, like you wanted the high beam, low beam, indicators, brake lights, reverse lights. So if you're going to do that, once you get all your lights set up and in the correct slots, steering is the top one, so steering is the first one, and ESC is the second one. And then you plug both of them in. When you turn left and right, you'll have indicators. When you go forward, backward, brake, reverse, as long as you got the lights in the right slots in here, which mainly it would be just one controller, you wouldn't really need 2 boards. I only ran 2 boards because, as you can see, it's quite a lot of wires, because there's 2 here, there's 6 LEDs in this bar, 3 in here, and then there's 6 again down here. So yeah, there's quite a few in there. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do it, guys. It's pretty easy. It's not really too difficult. When you get these light kits, they actually come with a card on the back. Wait there, I'll find it. Right, as I was saying, you get this bit of card on the back, so it kind of explains to you how to do it anyway. So if you want to just pause this, and then you can see, kind of like, it kind of tells you how to do it, look. So front 5mm, front upper 5mm, left signal orange. See, it tells you, and then it tells you the corresponding sockets. And it also gives you the number of the socket in the picture, so you can see which ones go to which. And then, so that's for this one, the same as what I got in here. So that shows you how to set up these ones. And then this one here, obviously pretty much works the same way. What do I just do with that? And then this one is for that one. Obviously I ain't got all the lights set up in there. I don't want all the indicators and that. So yeah, this one is for this one. And basically, again, it shows you how to set it up, basically. I mean, it doesn't give you much as that one does. Like, that one clearly tells you, whereas this one kind of doesn't. It does kind of show you. So obviously white, blue, I don't know what you would use blue for, but it's on where the indicators are. So if you wanted indicators, just change that blue light to an orange light. Where's it to on the back? So this white one is on the outer. So technically that would be what, the reverse light. Then obviously you got your main backlight, and then yellow I suppose could be the indicator. I don't really know. I've never really used this one. I've used this one because I've got the full light kit in my Petra Solberg Subaru, but I don't really use the indicators. The indicators are in there, but I don't use them. So this car has got the full light system, the indicators, the reverse lights, everything. And yeah, they're all done from that same one that I've got in my Skyline now, the same one that I've got in my Cosworth the same one was in here, so it's mainly this one. I don't know what it's called, guys. Just search up LED light kit if you're looking for one. Try not to get the Tamiya one. I'll put a picture up in a minute. Try not to get the Tamiya one with all the leads hanging out, because it just looks like a real mess. It looks worser than his dreadlocks. It looks like that coming out of the speed controller. Not the speed controller, the light controller. But yeah, this car's got the whole light system in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Just reflecting a lot. But yeah, it has got the indicators and that. I don't use them. I don't never plug it in. I've used it with the lights, but yeah, the indicators, I don't use them. Right, so quick Google search for our LED light kit for RC car, and then here's what it comes up with. A lot of them these days, when I was buying them ones, what I got, they were actually quite cheap. Like, you was getting them for about £8 or so, but now, yeah, they're about a tenner or so. But this is the Tamiya one I'm saying to avoid, and it's this one with all these leads hanging out. Like, you don't need all them leads hanging out. Like, oh, this is, I got some of these, but I don't like them. There's a better picture. I got 2 of these, but I don't like them because it's got all of these leads hanging out. Like I said, might as well be like that. Just be flipping dreadlocks hanging out. But yeah, I don't like it. There's too many leads hanging out of it. So I'm gonna have a quick look and see if there's any of them kits that I've just showed you. Oh, maybe not. Let's have a look. I'll go down. Let me. Right then, guys. So literally, I just went back onto the search and I put in shopping. Like, I just clicked the shopping part, and then there it is. That's the one. AliExpress. That's the exact same one I'll use. £11.69. You might be able to find them cheaper on there if you look. But that is the one. There you go. That's it. That's the one I use. Oh, there you go again. But what's that? Amazon. £13.99. AliExpress. £11. I mean, you can get this one if you want to, but I just think there's too many wires. Like, you got all these wires anyway for the lights, and then you got all these wires that connect to, obviously, like, your servo kind of ends. It's unnecessary. You don't need all that shit. That's why I go for these ones. That's why I just go for these. You just plug them in. There's 2 leads there and there. Channel 1, channel 2. Boom. You don't need all these extra leads hanging out. What's that about? So yeah, I'll go for this one, guys. You can go for this one if you want, but I'd rather go for that. So £11.69. Like I said, AliExpress. You might find them cheaper, guys. This video's gone on long enough. Hopefully it explains enough to you how I've done the lights, how I've done the LEDs for the exhaust. Hopefully it'll give you enough info so you can do it on your own car. And I'm going to leave it right there, guys. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.